They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Over the middle, it's complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Lions will take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he caught it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there. Grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have 2 very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. keep it on the ground. It's Fox trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Second and 6. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board 1st here tonight.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A huge play there on the screen pass. 49 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fox. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They run the counter. It's Fox. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
This is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Fox. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Second and long. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and 11. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
That's 2 plays in a row, bro.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play. But now it's all for naught.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On 2nd down, it's Fox, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fox. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll run on first down. Fox. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And Patterson back out there to sim this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and again to Lindsey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. A little check down to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man, this is Lewis. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll set up a throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Patterson now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Patterson back out there to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Escape. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the field.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cleveland.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Lindsey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Caught here by Conley, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll run with Lindsey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he will find his man on the outside. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. He'll look to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Gray, and he's got him. And he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here we go on 4th down. And that'll be good enough for a first down, but that's almost inconsequential now. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fox. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Fox. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. This from 55 yards out. It has the distance, and it is good from 55 yards out. And the Lions are going to win this game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home